doing it, this is your purpose and your meaning. You just got to take the shit more serious. What I'm trying to say is sometimes we hear, but we don't register. We don't process. So when I say you are the ones that are fortunate enough to tap into this knowledge when the whole world is crazy, you need to process that for a minute and understand the importance of that. First of all, the greatest thing on the planet is the knowledge of self, and basically the knowledge of the universe. For the mere fact that you are even interested in this or remotely interested in this at this particular time when shit is going on crazy out here, it means that you are the special evolved beings. And so when I'm saying you need to process, you got to process that everything that you read in these books that you admire about the gods in the heaven and the gods in the universe, you must understand that that is nobody but you at this particular time. There's two realms of gods. That's the one that's dead, laying out like the body of Osiris, and there's the ones that's dead, but they're dead physically, as far as this physical body does not make them, they're not able to do the things that they once used to do when they were gods. But you are not dead mentally because you are rising up. And for the mere fact that you are trying to understand, you're trying to get this knowledge, trying to get this, and you're trying to understand the meaning of it all, that means your spirit is going through a ritual. You just take any adventure story. And you know, they had to go and they had to fight this particular person, they had to fight this particular person, and at the end of the movie, they get what they're supposed to get, and they are glorified. That's what's going on with you now as your struggle. So we had the mystery system that was in the last days. You had the mystery system. But the mystery systems are now closed down, and now your initiation that you become God is in your struggle. So for the mere fact that you are catching hell and going through this struggle, it's a form of initiation. But you must understand that what I'm saying to you is that the ones that the whole world is looking towards at this particular time, first of all, they're looking for the black people on the earth, the last realm of the sphere of the Kabbalah. Let me put this up. For those people know, we go for the long haul. For the ones that have to leave, we give you knowledge, you get full up, and you know you leave, and if you miss, you always can come back and get the tape. For the ones that want to stay, we just, people know who's been to the lectures and all. We don't let out early and all, you know, and stuff. But the point is what I'm trying to make here is, the realm, you got to understand the concept of the God that you are searching for is yourself. And the God that everybody is depending on at this particular time is a few people in Atlanta, which is you. A few people in New York, a few people in Philadelphia, a few people in Chicago, a few people in all the major cities, which is less than 1%, and a few people scattered out in the rural areas. And those are the light bringers that you're talking about, the great old ones. So you have to understand this concept. The other concept you got to understand, a God, whatever you do as a God, there is no chastisement for it. I'll explain to you. You got to stop thinking like a human and start thinking like a God. You see which one? The crayon? Stop thinking like a human. You got to start thinking as a God. G-O-D, generator, operator, and destroyer. Is it not written in your law that ye are gods? John chapter 10, verse 34, 35. You know the whole deal. You have to start thinking this way because, okay, here it is. You have to start thinking this way because I'm telling you, the reason, what is the hold up is that the actual gods do not realize they're gods. There's a good movie you need to get. There's a good movie you need to get. You need to get a movie called A Never Ending Story. You thought it was a child movie. And he gets this little book and he goes through this adventure. And at the end of the movie, midway the movie, they say, hell, come to find out that the little boy that was reading the book of all these magnificent heroes, the other boy on the other side who was going through all the trial was him. And they said, and at the end they said, well, hell, our world is falling down because he doesn't believe in himself. It's all about you. That's the key. That's the key. This is the real knowledge. There's a mystery of the world, and the mystery of the world is look for no God to save you but yourself, because it's within you. It's within you. It's just that the devil came down about 2,000 years ago, basically, when we get into this, and he made you start worshiping him so you would not cultivate the energy within you. And that's your slavery and your real bondage. And this is the key what we have to deal with here. Because, I mean, we go through, we see things on TV and we see this shit and we say, when is this shit over with? But the key is, in the 60s, we didn't have this knowledge. In the 70s, we didn't have this knowledge. In most of the 80s, we didn't have this knowledge. You see what I'm saying? We only had a few people talking about it in the past years before that, and we all thought they were crazy. But now, we have the knowledge. As a matter of fact, some people saying, you know, they say things like, too much knowledge is dangerous to the untrained ear. That's not true. What is happening here is this. The knowledge is here now. There is no more secrets. There is no more secret societies that's holding back knowledge. You see, the white boy understood that they would keep people dead long enough until they would be so dead until there will come a time where they would be so much immersed in ignorance until they can give them knowledge and they will reject knowledge. And that's when he start putting out all the knowledge. That's why you go to your family members and they reject the shit. And mainly you. So they know that most black people reject this. I don't want to hear that black shit. I don't want to hear that shit, that old crazy voodoo shit. So because they reject it, now they can put the stuff out. So there is no more such thing as secrets. The secret is that the masses of the people hate knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? So as of around 1985, they knew that the people would reject knowledge because they knew you rejected it in the 70s and the 60s. So they said, now we can put all the stuff out that we had held for the last 140 years that we dug up around the world. And as a result, that's why we only have less than 1% of the amount of people that really bears witness to what the hell is going on, you see. So, as we say, let's see, let me get this right. Yeah, we don't need a big thing, just need enough. When you're dealing with the, let's open up my bag, and when you're dealing with the, I got to pour libations. I'm getting ahead of myself, but, you know, while stuff is on your mind, it's best to say it before you get too far in it. And, you know, so when you're dealing with the spear of the Kabbalah, and there's several spears of the Kabbalah, which is nothing but your physical body is the real mystery behind this, is your physical body. There's several trees of life. Everybody can see this? There's several trees of life. This is the heaven realm. And all these realms are on their way down to here. Because this is called Malkuth, the daughter. Can you see it? You can't see it at all.
Bump it up.
Huh?
Make it bigger.
Make it bigger. Okay, hold up. In order to make it bigger, let's see, we're going to have to go back. Let's see. Let's see how far we can go back with this thing. Let's see here what we can do. What's on this other side here? Nope. That's dim. Let's see. Oh. Okay, there we go. Now, all I have to do now is either push it up. Nope. Push it back. Now, we you know. You can't see it at all on the screen yet?
No, the main lights.
Huh?
Those main lights.
What, these? Oh, yeah, hit the...
No, in the
Hmm?
ceiling.
You don't come on.
Yeah.
Like, it's a child behind you.
Yeah. Yep. There you go. Now, that means that you must understand that everything here, which is Mars, Saturn, Jupiter, the moon, the sun, all of the spheres is going to end up right here at the bottom sphere, which is you. So that means all the energy in the universe is going to come within you and on the earth realm. So that's when they say that the gods in the man on earth say God is on high, but the angels in heaven say that God lives on earth. That means that everything is waiting on one group of people. The lost nation of Israel, or what you would just call basically, because all of Israel is lost, Isis, Ra, and El, which just means black people, and all black people are lost. From Maine to Spain, from down Africa to Russia, because we got black people in all those places. Basically, they're talking about the ancient race, and that one seed. So when you're talking about this, the whole universe now is waiting on you. And they're especially waiting, and they know that the masses of those are dead. So that means there's only one people in the universe that's the most important now, and that's the black people that's waiting now. And basically, that's what you have with the little small cluster in one small community in the United States of America, basically because the knowledge is here more than it is other places. Other places, they're not privy to the knowledge. They can't go to a bookstore and buy the actual knowledge or rent videos and different things. So whether we're taking advantage or not, the knowledge is here, so we're talking about you. And that's the key when we're talking about the Christ form. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the libations. And remember now, I tell you what, I'm going to give out my damn phone number. So y'all call me, what, let's see, that's my shit due on the 5th. Y'all call me on the 5th and ask me, say, well, listen, did you make your rent? So if you're concerned and all, and I'll let you know, well, okay, cool, I did it and all, whatever the deal is. But I'm going to give out my phone number so that way you know, whatever the deal is. If you can't provide me with anything, tell me a space or something I can go and squat in and shit, whatever the deal is. Now, so basically, what we're going to do is we're going to turn to this particular page in this book, and I always use this one because it's going to be on page, this book, A Kabbalah for a Modern World, and we'll explain. This is the tree of life. Most people, when they start studying the Kabbalah, they're just thinking it's this, but this is just the formation of the book. And so a Kabbalah of a Modern World, which is actually talking about the energies within your body, which is the mystery. In here they have a list of the gods that correspond to each other, so I like to use this one. And also, where's my water? Okay, this is cool. All right, you know the drill. You got no ancient shining ones, or you sold out? Yeah. Kether, Ashe, Shakma, Ashe Bina, Ashe Jesed, Ashe Geberah, Ashe Tippered, Ashe Natsad, Ashe Had, Ashe Yased, Ashe Dar, Ashe Malkut, Ashe Ain, Ashe Ain Sa'ur, Ashe Oseh, Ashe Aset, Ashe Tahudi, Ashe Mayat, Ashe Patah, Ashe Sut, Ashe Ra, Ashe Amin-Ra, Ashe Anpu, Ashe Het-Heru, Ashe Aset, Ashe Nebhert, Ashe, let's see, Kinti Aminti, Ashe Kinti Erti, Ashe Kefra, Ashe Cones, Ashe Earthris, Ashe Amuthis, Ashe Raheru Kahudi, Ashe Harpocrats, Ashe Heru Raha, Ashe Mim, Ashe Minavith, Ashe Muntu, Ashe Mintu, Ashe Sashet, Ashe Sekmet, Ashe Selket, Ashe Basheshetu, Ashe, okay, Aether, Ashe Uraeus, Ashe Rhea, Ashe Zeus, Ashe Ares, Ashe Apollo, Ashe Aphrodite, Ashe Hermes, Ashe Demeter, Ashe Demeter, Ashe Yima, Ashe Odin, Ashe Frigda, Ashe Balda, Ashe Laki, Ashe Thor, Ashe Freya, Ashe Freya, Ashe Thur, Ashe Nerthris, Ashe Brahmin, Ashe Vishnu, Ashe Bravini, Ashe Ramachandra, Ashe Shakti, Ashe Sita, Ashe Indra, Ashe Sita, Ashe Hanuman, Ashe Lakshmi, Ashe Buddha, Ashe Krishna, Ashe Damawalawedo, Ashe Marasha, Ashe Bridget, Ashe Adam Gweti, Ashe Ogu Farelli, Ashe Ogu Shengo, Ashe Azuli, Ashe Legba, Ashe Edawedo, Ashe Zaka, Ashe Papagede, Ashe, okay, Oshosi, Ashe Ogun, Ashe Obatala, Ashe Ishu, Ashe Alafi, Ashe Adudawa, Ashe Arunla, Ashe Ogun, Ashe Shengo, Ashe Oshun, Ashe Legba, Ashe Imaja, Ashe Arisha Oko, Ashe Oya, Ashe. Want to put that there? Huh? What you said? Ashe, Babalu Aye, Ashe, Olakun, Ashe, Ashe, okay, Ife, Ashe, Loa, Ashe, what's that? Ori, Ashe, Orishas, let's say, Ashe, okay, now, that's the ones in there. Let's see if we think of some more right now. Raziel, Ashe Haniel, Ashe Bubiel, Ashe Lachmiel, Ashe Gabriel, Ashe Elijah, Ashe Atom, Ashe Atan, Ashe Atom Gwerdi, Ashe, let's see, Okumi, Ashe Kutumi, Ashe Shanat Kumara, Ashe Melchizedek, Ashe Sutek, Ashe Sut, Ashe Sutnebit, Ashe Sutnusi, Sutnubit, Ashe Suthar, Ashe Nut, Ashe Apit, Ashe Tyre, Ashe Layla, Ashe Gaya, Ashe Marduk, Ashe Tayamat, Ashe Rastafari, Ashe Cthulhu, Ashe Hastar, Ashe Alzathoth, Ashe Yog Sathos, Ashe Nilahotep, Ashe Dagon, Ashe Shub-Niggurath, Ashe Great Old Ones, Ashe Great Ones, Ashe let's keep on. Ashe Elijah Muhammad, Ashe Oh, I'm going to get these in. Thunderdog, Ashe. Thunderbird, Ashe. Great Sun Bear, Ashe. White Buffalo, Ashe. Ashe. Pataneta Unra, Ashe. Okay, give me some more. Awas, Ashe. Mu Awas, Ashe. Mu Ivas, Ashe. Ovas, Ashe. Ashe. Tupac Shakur, Ashe. Ashe. Give me some more. Well, you see, okay, let's do these for the ancestors. For all gods known and unknown, Ashe. Okay, the Shaw family, Ashe. The Hemmett family, Ashe. The Davis family, Ashe. All my family members, Ashe. Okay, now when I count to three, 1, 2, 3, start calling out your ancestors. 1, 2, 3. Ashe. 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 To all gods known and unknown, Ashe. To all ancestors known and unknown, Ashe. Okay, now, we got that out of the way. Remember, like I said, the main book that you want to get that's going to give you all the gods from around the world is Ancient Shining One, D.J. Conway, which, might I add, is a woman, come to find out. D.J. Conway is a woman also, too. So we want to deal with those things. Okay, we want to, let's see what we're going to do. Okay, this is the one we're going to do here. Let's see. Okay, here it is. This is what we want to do. This is one aspect of assuming the Christ form, which is a ritual, which if you all want to stand and do this, this is like putting energy in yourself and assuming the Christ which is in you. So that's like tapping into the melanin. For those people who want to participate, just stand up right quick and we just read this thing and you repeat after me. You ready? Hear me, O Lord.
Hear me, O Lord.
Thou art the first and the last.
Thou art the first and the last.
The beginning and the end.
The beginning and the end.
The Alpha and the Omega.
The Alpha and the Omega.
Who are the nameless and the formless ones.
Who are the nameless and the formless ones.
Creator of all.
Creator of all.
Lord of light.
Lord of light.
Lord of life.
Lord of light.
Lord of love.
Lord of love.
Hear my prayer.
Hear my prayer.
Thou true son and daughter.
Thou true son and daughter.
And I ask that thou look with favor upon this ritual.
And I ask that thou look with favor upon this ritual.
Of the assumption of the heavenly Christ.
Of the assumption of the heavenly Christ.
Aid me in my becoming.
Aid me in my becoming.
I seek rebirth in thy light.
I seek rebirth in thy light.
Aid me in my becoming.
Aid me in my becoming.
I seek perfection in thy sight.
I seek perfection in thy sight.
Aid me in my becoming.
Aid me in my becoming.
Clothe me in white raiment.
Clothe me in white raiment.
In my crown of gold. No, excuse me. Let's see. Crown me with gold.
Crown me with gold.
Set me upon the throne of mercy.
Set me upon the throne of mercy.
And with the white horse of judgment.
And with the white horse of judgment.
Into my right hand place the scepter of rule.
Into my right hand place the scepter of rule.
In my left hand place the sword of law.
In my left hand place the sword of law.
Anoint me with my secret names of power.
Anoint me with my secret names of power.
So let it be.
So let it be.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Okay, now this is that's pretty badass ritual there. I'm gonna sell these babies for like $2. And it's about that's just one aspect. There's about 7 pages, and it goes through this whole thing, and it gives you all the different names of your particular Christ energy names and stuff. Because the Christ who is to come is within you, whether it be Obatala in Yoruba, whether it be Ishu in Yoruba, whether it be also that would be also in Vodun, whether it would be the Christos in Greece, the Christ in Egypt, or the Christ in Egypt, the Buddha in Hinduism. The buffalo, the white buffalo, is a form of the Christ in Native American, and whether all around the world. And that's the problem that we got here is the devil came in and told you of a historical Christ who did not exist. Who did not exist. And that's the problem that we have at this particular time. So now let me go through some things that's going on, because you know it's a beautiful day. And see, the thing about it is the white boy knew back in April that white people had started asking this question, saying this is some bullshit. So they came out and had scholars in Newsweek, Time, and USA Today talking about the search of Jesus. Who was he? And he still got that crack on here in 1996, you see what I'm saying? Who is he? his life and his meanings. So what it means is, and they got all these scholars trying to say that he did exist. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason. We're going to explain that. If people have problems with that, we need to explain that to the fullest. You see what I'm saying? Because that is a political move to take the gnosis or the knowledge or the light from the ancient people and put them in slavery, and that's what it is. And so we're going to deal with that particular part also too. So right now what I'm going to do is, we're going to go through a little bit of, what's that?
Anybody get thirsty? There's some water right here on the table.
Oh, that reminds me too.
Feel free.
Okay. Yeah, so let's go into some things. First of all, a brother got a channel from Tupac. He got a channel from Tupac, and it's interesting. Soon as he was released from the physical body, he knew all his ancient knowledge, and he came down and was talking as what happens. The physical body is what keeps you locked in where you don't know the knowledge. So soon as he was released, he knew a certain amount of knowledge, and he came to this brother, was telling the brother, hey man, there is no more such thing as a time is over. It's just a matter of when the damn room get filled up. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's over and somebody done brought in the damn fish tank, you're just waiting for the fish tank to get filled up, so it don't correspond with physical dates, because you can't really put a date on it, but you can understand the season, and we are in it now, and it's damn near over. You can tell when you're getting closer to the door. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. The same way I can tell when it's closer to rent time and shit. But anyway, he said that, but I'm going to tell you one of the other reasons about Tupac is Tupac Tupac said himself when he told her, the sister, he said, well, I got killed based on my ego. And it's interesting because now all of a sudden they're trying to deify him and stuff like this. And we always do that. You see, try to deify people and stuff. And saying, you know what, he could have been another Malcolm X. Now listen, be realistic about this shit. Tupac Shakur was as far as them from being another Malcolm X as a hog from the damn moon. But anyway, what happened was with Tupac is he had a certain amount of energy with him that kept him alive because he got shot all up the last time. But people don't know this. In June, the guards say, okay, you on your own, because Tupac did something that other rap artists never did before. And that was Tupac made a damn video in the back seat with Jodeci, in the back seat of a limo with all these goddamn white women all over his ass. All over his ass. And he got called on it, and he rushed back in and did another video of the same song where he got these black women on stage and him and Jodeci on stage. But where Tupac messed up was Tupac was in the back of a damn limousine with all these white women all over his ass. Anybody saw this video? So what the hell is going on here? You got to realize one thing about the rap culture. One thing you can say about the rap culture, they never was that whole Prince interracial type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They would have white people in the video, like they have a pool party. You know, you invite there's some white girls that come over, because in real life, you have a party, you might have some white people that come over, you know what I'm saying, and y'all getting, you know, they have a party going on, you know, you got a club, you got white people up in there. So you notice they always did that, but none of the rappers ever really got intimate with these white women or whatever type thing. So when he was in the back of that doggone limousine, it showed the intimacy. And he got called on it because he rushed back in, and the video played for about a month. And then he rushed back in, and he had to change and do the same song. So, you know, sometimes they do another video, it's a dub mix, you know, but he did the same song over, and I said, oh, he got called on it. You see what I'm saying? So even though he got called on it, it showed the true essence of how some of our people are when they talk all the talk and don't walk the walk. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell you gonna talk and talk about how he said about the ghetto and all this kind of thing, but ain't nobody showing that video when he was around here with them doggone crackers all up in the back seat of his damn car, hooking up with them damn white women. You see what I'm saying? And so as a result of that, the spirits backed off from his ass, and so the next time they pulled up on him, he didn't have the energy. And it was interesting because one brother said that the brother needed a certain amount of spiritual essence around him, and see all that damn counting money, and I got this many hoes, and I got this much stuff. That shit ain't working no more. You see what I'm saying? So we can say all we want about it, because naturally we say good things about people when they dead. But that's not reality. And the reality is Tupac crossed the line with the spiritual world when he fucked up and put that beast in the backseat of the car. Why? Because we understand that rap music has the impulse of the black youth. And rap is done good for one reason. There's a lot of negative things that went on with rap, but you must understand this part about rap. The rappers never really had all them damn white women around them. Now, our funk stars and rock and roll stars and all them blues stars, they always had them. Because they complained about Cameo back in 1986. They had that word up. They had all these white women in the damn video. But my point is the rappers came in because it was not associated with being hard. You understand what I'm saying? And having the doggone Lil Betty from goddamn Buckhead in your shit. Excuse the expression. So what happened was is when he did that, that crossed the line. Even your boy, when he was shaking the booty and all this kind of thing, here your boy from Miami, he's just, and even though we know that it did defile the black woman, they didn't have that white woman up in there. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to have that beast up in your stuff. What message is that giving to a little boy? Now, Tupac is the number where everybody loved him.